feel too good because, of course, Alk just free farms there. That's why I think they need an offlaner. They go for the Sand King. Sand King Willow, very potent lane, a lot of damage. But you have the
Rubik Abaddon.
Yeah, but you have the Abaddon. That's the key thing. He can mitigate the aggression from the lane and bring up the heal. That's why Abaddon Alk is so strong. And of course, Rubik has a free time in the game, stealing Burrow Strike, Terrorite.
Have we not seen Taiga play Sand King in the past, where they swapped roles, where Boxy was playing the more active hero?
Maybe could be the Liquid play here, but they're still their lane. Players might change up who's playing what, but realistically, I would expect Boxy to play Sand King.
I would think so too. Just want to throw it out there because I know that they have switched things up in the past. So what are we looking for OG here? They've got a full minute left to decide, and they could put the Abaddon as their offlaner if they wanted to. They could put it. Okay.
I think they're leaving Alk safe lane against Sand King Willow. Both have super low armor. You should absolutely free farm if you have a 5 Abaddon behind you, because you just remove the root, you remove the Burrow Strike, and they opt to make it. Looks like an offlane Abaddon?
Yeah.
It could also be offlane Monkey mid Earth Spirit.
That could be.
Need to see who picks what.
Yeah. Don't worry. We'll see it.
This could be offlane Rubik.
We'll see it. It could be anything.
It is.
Hold. Mid Earth Spirit. There you go.
And still, indeed, Boxy Sand King.
Well, you nerf Roid's. Yeah, I mean, I'm a big fan of core Earth Spirit. I think more players should be picking it. And just look how aggressive this line can be. It is an offlane Alchemist.
It is an offlane Alchemist.
The factory
Purge. Oh man, he's gonna be thrilled.
He's gonna cut
favorite role.
All right, Monkey King Ags is pretty sick.
Exactly. This is it. It just took both two teams failing with offlane Alchemist to truly understand how to do the offlane Alchemist. So maybe this time you're going to be able to actually put the Alk in the lane of the Furion, so you have no pressure, acid break kills. But then the Monkey King now doesn't have to rush Ags. He can now rush, a Maelstrom or any damage item. This is going to be a scary timing, or it could be terrible.
Who knows?
Who knows?
It has not been successfully. And final words, Brian. Final words.
I actually think OG is going to crush this game unless Lone Druid just completely goes off and gets like 2 or 3 early towers. I'm talking like first 10, 12 minutes. I think this Monkey King Ags is going to be absolutely insane. I think the Troll Ags is just not the same because he lacks survivability to long range control, but Monkey King just goes BKB and he's good. So I think they got this.
All right. Thank you very much, Brian.
I think these NA analysts have just taken way too much of their theories on Dota from evil geniuses. I know Alchemist was 2-0 in that Quincy Crew EG series. I don't think that that's real.
That's a carry Alk.
That's a different Alk.
Factory Alchemist is not a thing. If it is a thing, I agree. Monkey King does make a lot of sense, but it's the Liquid Lone Druid. I hate the Sand King pick. Everything else I think makes a lot of sense, but they're going to play too fast. We'll see how the mid lane goes, because that could be pretty good.
Who's going to play too fast? Liquid is.
Liquid.
Too fast for OG.
Too fast. Too fast.
All right.
I just think that OG, they've seen others fail with the strategy. They've had time to understand how to bring it out. And Croaky himself did say it does work, but with the better heroes. And I think that maybe this could be the better hero. I also would like to see the Alk work, just so we get to talk about Alk a bit more.
I think there's one person that doesn't like to see Alk work. I know that Purge has definitely got some choice words for that.
Here we go.
For that hero on that position 3 there. Let's head over to Moxie and Purge and hear more about that.
Oh man, the factory is open. I know how much you love this awesome Alchemist there, Purge.
Yeah, I'm being slandered a little bit. I've been critical of offlane Alk, but I'm absolutely, I love new meta developments. I've always been like that. I love theory crafting it. This is why I tried offlane Alk a bunch of times. I just felt like it didn't work very well. But like Kuro pointed out, the Ags that you give to somebody has to accomplish something really good. The first time we saw it, offlane Alk I don't even think got to like a viable game, not even close to it, so we didn't get to see it. But last game when 3-3 played it, he gave a fast Ags to a Void Spirit who also rushed an Orchid, so kind of like gave all this net worth to a guy that didn't get to utilize it. But giving an Ags for free basically to a Monkey King could do stuff if mid one does a really good job pressuring, and that is like his specialty as a hero, is to be aggressive and to get stuff done. So if they do something like a fast Ags and give it to a Monkey King, that's going to have a lot more game impact and could justify this pick and position.
Now, I know to our panel, they were discussing the fact that it feels like this Liquid draft, they move pretty fast, except for, the Lone Druid is going to take a little time. He is going to need some time to pop off, obviously, with Thompson being in the mid lane playing that Earth Spirit. Do you agree with this?
The fact that it's going to be up-tempo on Liquid side?
Yes.
Is that the question? Yeah, absolutely. They have really good heroes for that, for sure. Sand King off lane kind of works well there also, just because he is basically, he's got a built-in initiation, right? Like, he's not going to be as tanky as most offlaners are, but if you do engage in fights early, he's pretty much always ready to go. There are issues in laning, of course. His armor is relatively low, but looks like he's going to match up against Monkey King, so as long as they keep control of sentries, he should be able to just hide under Sandstorm and get his levels.
All right, well, not the most common thing that we see over in the mid lane, right, with the Earth Spirit versus the Puck.
Yeah. Yeah, it isn't. It's not uncommon for tops to do this. It's just been a while since they did it regularly. But basically, you get lots of levels, and your early fights and engagements end up being pretty effective. So the top lane is going to be Alchemist versus the Nature's Prophet and Lone Druid. A lot of summons to run at Alchemist and deal damage there so far. But they've done a good job on OG side to reflect a lot of damage back towards their opponents.
Yeah, it feels like Koifa definitely is going to have to chew through some of that regen there. Took a decent chunk of damage. And then the bottom lane, we're also seeing that No-Tail was just running nonstop over at Taiga. Not much that he could really do with having that Bramble Maze level 1. So.
Yep. He's got boots of speed as well, so burning regen away from Dark Willow is really effective.
Boy,
He's
top
going
lane.
for some dive here. Oh, he gets him.
He does manage to actually be right next on Koifa, though. Be all right.
So going for the stun at level 2. He is going to have mana issues as a result of this, but it gives you a slightly better chance to get a kill, which is obviously good, and there's no more regen left in this lane for the Liquid side, so they could get a kill maybe. We'll see.
Well, they'll turn back around here on the bottom lane, though, trying to get the Jingu off. This one will be able to get it. Courier, in the meanwhile, does get taken down by Insania. The little skirmish is breaking out all over the map here.
Yeah, it's going to be a lot of high action for sure. The one lane maybe I don't expect to kill is, I don't think Earth Spirit can kill Puck probably, but maybe Puck can kill Earth Spirit, but the other lanes are just constantly going to be fighting, because if they don't zone out Alchemist a bit, he's going to pick up Grievous Greed, he's going to start accelerating his farm. He's queued up Bracer and Urn, very similar build to what we saw 3-3 go. He went, I believe, Urn into AFK jungling. I don't remember if he got the Bracer or not, but yeah, I'm definitely going to keep an eye on how Seb does this game.
I mean, you say that the Earth Spirit shouldn't get a kill on Puck, but I mean, it is Thompson. He's kind of the person to go and run this mid.
Yeah, I mean, if it happens, it's going to be like they're both almost killing each other and Thompson ekes out a win, I feel like. But if he, it's not like he can out-harass Puck here, Like, Puck has escaped opportunities, and yeah, Thompson can chase, but I just feel like Puck should be able to get out of this danger most of the time. But with his quick levels, and we'll see his impact start to be really big, especially against when he ends up ganking somebody like Lone Druid early on. He can get on top of him, do a ton of magic damage, and possibly get those pickoffs really easy.
Yeah, and I think we'll start to see a lot more action coming out once the 4-minute runes appear. Usually you'll see the supports making their rotations, making sure to go and secure that for the mid, or just take it off the map. But that can really turn the tide, depending.
Another little fight bottom mid with some damage here.
He looks fine, though. I mean, he's got a Taiga mid one's chasing him. He does have to salve, though, but that's still going to be our first bless in the top lane. They make the plays over here onto Saksa. He'll be the next one to go down, and Insania's going to have to trade a couple hits here with Seb, but when he's got his minions, his little tree babies there, it's going to be a little bit harder for Seb.
Alchemist hasn't skilled Grievous Greed yet, which is fine. I mean, he's going to be able to trade better. With this many summons, he really does need better Acid Spray, just deal more damage, lower the minus armor, that kind of thing. But yeah, there goes 2 mangoes he brought himself and an Urn of Shadows that'll help offset some of the mana issues. And if he's not like consistently last hitting enemies, skipping Grievous Greed is really not a deal.
And we had a bottle refill over in the mid lane. Nice service there for Mr. Thompson. But bottom lane still just trading back and forth here with mid 1. Again, he loves being super aggressive early, and this is definitely a good combination for two to make things happen. The roll forward, though, Thompson happily will grab himself a regen rune. Sad there.
Really nice thing about the Earth Spirit mid for sure. It's very Quaff-like, Puck-like too, really, that you have a mobility skill to make it easier for you to arrive late to snag those runes. One interesting thing, Boxy didn't end up going Sandstorm at all, but No-Tail came to lane with 2 sentries. He knew the game here. If he goes for Sandstorm, they would be able to help contest those, and as a result, he's going for Caustic Finale instead to try to be a little bit better at battling and offset the fact that they're
top lane, yeah, and Insania is taking a bath over here with all of that lovely acid on the ground, but Seb also needing to be a little bit careful. Koifa pushed back now by Saksa.
That wasn't bad, actually. It looked pretty good there for Liquid, but when Koifa ran into the acid spray, he started having a lot of trouble. He's got really low armor on Liquid, actually.
They're trying to hide here in the trees. They're looking to see if they can find them. Koifa's sitting very low. They toss out the stable concoction, and down he goes.
2 Urn charges now. Insania's got to be careful. If he fights too much, he could definitely die here. But Acid Spray used, it's gonna grab the next creep wave while they're waiting for Lone Druid to respawn, and so far so good in this duel lane. Yeah, they're doing a solid job against these two heroes, surprisingly.
Dire's top tower
Well,
is under
bounty
attack.
runes. Couple still left on the map. Those are good. Here, and you could
Go
see
bottom
that
lane.
the
Yeah.
rotation over in that bottom lane to go and pick up those bounty runes did allow the Sand King to be a little bit more aggressive. Did go to that point. Sandstorm trying to
Radiant's
put a little
bottom tower
pressure,
is under
knowing
attack.
that No Tail wasn't there with it.
So interesting development here for the Alchemist offlane. He went bottle after Urn to help offset his major mana issues. This is a decent solution. Urn alone is going to make it hard to spam stun and acid spray consistently, but now we spent a lot of gold on these two items because if you don't have your spells to cast, your hero is really bad at fighting
Is
compared
indeed.
to other ones.
But a little bit of a skirmish coming out here in the bottom lane. They'll use the Dream Coil. Mickey trying to just run away, honestly, as Thompson drops that ultimate. Couple clicks over here onto No Tail. They've already used that Aphotic Shield over onto top to keep him alive. So No Tail is going to go down. Is Thompson going to make it out, though? Because Insania also making his own rotation. But like you said, he can roll on out Autobots, and he's got himself now a double damage rune. So unfortunately, No Tail goes down during that engagement, and they force out the teleport from the side of Liquid. So a little bit more breathing room there for Seb in the top lane.
Going pretty good for OG so far. I mean, it's not that weird for a bad end to rotate off when Monkey King has a lane advantage here against the Sand King. He's also got a sentry ready to go that got passed over in case he does get kill potential here. Now some pressure top.
What's that? It's a little far here, but gonna get backed up. He's gonna take a decent amount of damage though, although he does have that acid spray, and he's got his level 6, so he's more than happy to turn back around and start hitting literally everything.
So this is basically what determines heavily whether or not offlane Alchemist
Radiant
works, is whether or not you
structures are
are
fortified.
going even or winning the lane. And the fact that he's ahead now is massive because now it's very difficult for his opponents to zone him from the lane, and he gets to stick in the lane and continue to get last hits. And every other offlane Alchemist we saw, the Alchemist got outlaned and were forced to go back to jungle, which is where the hero looks far worse. So if you can win the lane, either to better play or better hero matchups, then it completely changes your game because Seb doesn't have to go jungle now. He gets to continue getting Greevil's free gold in the lane, and he's going to transition this into much faster
Radiant's
items than
middle
we've seen
tower
every
is
other
under attack.
offlane
Radiant
Alchemist.
are scanning.
Hobson rolling on underneath. He's
Dire's
looking for
top
anyone
tower
left
is
here,
under
but
attack.
Sania is already gonna try to teleport out, and this tower is just. Oh, but they go and they teleport up the Sand King. They're all waiting in position here. They've got the dust. They'll jump over onto No Tail immediately, but the silence coming out here. Taiga gonna try to use that Shadow Realm, buy a little bit more time. The roll coming out though here from Thompson. As Taiga's still buying more time. He eventually does go down. Mid one joining in the top push as well. This is a very aggressive OG coming up here to this top lane. Still have that double damage, of course, over on Thompson. Mid one.
Dire's
Think about
structures
doing that
are
tree
fortified.
dance. He's looking for Insania. Hasn't quite managed to find him yet, but they have a good idea where he is because he eventually shows up here. Saxa gets the lift off right back over here to mid one. He's gonna start clicking away. They'll throw out a stun just to boot, and this is looking like a dead Insania.
Putting in a lot of effort trying to take Sturwin tower, but Liquid recognizing that it's important that it stays alive. If it goes down, it's going to allow OG to be aggressive. It's going to be harder to gank heroes like Alchemist, who now switches to the safe lane, still accelerating his net worth, and he is working on an axe. Ogre Club is picked up.
Mickey. Is he gonna be able to make it out alive? They had a really nice sentry down. Dream Coil does get used, but the Boundless lands over onto Mickey. Hop down here, coming now from the Monkey King. Mid one looking, but Insania, he teleports right back in again. Midway, it's hard to get your hands on this puck. He's just gonna be able to slap around here. So they get a nice stun off over here onto No Tail. They'll drop a sentry ward, but he's taking a lot of damage. They were trying to get that neutral creep denial, but they're not gonna get it.
Up for sure, almost killing Puck, but he gets out. Very crucially, he silenced Thompson as he started his roll. He wasn't able to put the remnant down in time.
This is looking like a dead Insania. Got the stick charge. He makes him work for it, but eventually Thompson does collect the kill, and Taiga now is forced back. Thompson throwing out the stone, sidestep coming out here from Taiga. Still sidestep,
Dodge.
he's got his dancing shoes on. This is a tricky little fairy here. Circling around, but eventually mid one after that long chase. They're still chasing each other as they do find a kill on Koifa in the bottom lane.
Oh, that's a massive kill there. It's level 7,
Radiant's top tower
doesn't have
is
any
under
points in
attack.
Savage Roar or True Form. So once they get on top of him, yeah, he's very killable here. Seb now 3, 1, and 3 skill build, 3 points in Greevil's Greed. His farm rate is looking pretty solid. He's basically tied for top net worth. Mid one almost has his Maelstrom completed. That's not true. He's got about 1,000 gold away. But once he gets Maelstrom and an X pickup, his farm rate's going to accelerate in a huge, huge way.
Oh, and he's hunting. Oh no, he's trapped in here with mid one and Sadia. He's trying to find just any sort of moves that he can make, trying to run away, but mid one, yeah, those trees aren't gonna help you. Look, we even get the little bit of the bounce taunt here, and down he goes.
Feels like Insania's just had heroes on top of him for the last 5 minutes. Very difficult for him to stabilize things, but I mean, their tower is still pretty healthy on the top lane, 800 HP. It's not the worst, but Liquid definitely wants to be up-tempo in this match, and right now they are not looking like they're in control. Replay here.
See who's
Give
trapped
the
with
taunt.
who. Yeah, look at this. And Sadie's like, no, no, please, please. And mid one just gives him the old bounce, and then the smack. Look at that
Always
smile.
having fun.
He's having a great time.
He's shaking his whole computer.
Yeah, he's laughing so hard. It's always nice to see mid one happy. I feel like he has a very wholesome smile. Taiga down here, though. Oh, these stones right on the mark. This is not looking great for Taiga, but the teleports are coming out in mass. The roll forward coming out from top, so he really wants this kill, and he is going to find it, but he might have gone just perhaps a bit too far because there are multiple heroes here. They even use the Dream Coil to boot. Boxy just using the Sandstorm. Gets the kill here. Waifu will happily collect on that, and now No Tail. Not quite level 6 just yet. Is converging here. They'll take down the courier.
The big one. He's almost 6 anyways.
Dire's top
It'll be
tower
okay.
is
Aban
under
will still hit
attack.
6 here, but and crucially, Arcane Rune up on Puck in that gank too, so he's still gonna have Dream Coil up pretty soon here. Tempo up here.
This is such a scrappy game. Seeing mid one being very aggressive, he's already in top lane, putting pressure down. Oh, but we have our first Aghanim Scepter completed.
Dire's top tower is under
That
attack.
it's actually so fast.
That-
I feel like I just looked at him and he was like 2,000 gold away, and it's just
Dire's top tower.
Well, where's the
Regal
pressure
three.
on Seb at this point?
well, it's too late basically. The pressure that comes on Alchemist is when you beat him in lane like the first 5 minutes. If that doesn't happen, then yes, you can farm insanely fast. All right, he does end up giving it to Monkey King, so let's see the first engagement. This is going to be huge for OG when they fight.
Such a nice present. It's always nice when you get presents. This is not looking good though here for Sand King, but they turn it right back around over to Thompson. They've got the Bedlam, so they'll be able to take down Thompson. They go in again. They take down mid one before he can even do anything here. Now Seb, he's forced to run away. Mickey taking a lot of damage. And Sania looks like he's just gonna teleport on out. As Koifa just
Well-
watches from the cliff and is like, all right, they got it. They're handling it. I'm gonna go back to farming.
Keep in mind, guys, that the net worth calculation comes into play for how much gold you get. So mid one having 9,000, almost 10,000 net worth at this point is part of the reason that Mickey got 427 gold from that kill, despite the fact that like everybody on Liquid was there. So there it is, off-lane Alchemist, guys.
Man, I have a feeling this
It's,
is going to be the flip-flopping game for you, where you're going to be like, this looks really good, you should get it. This is
Well,
why you don't want to buy this Moxie.
Like, he jumps in, he almost ulties, he realizes that's not going to be very good. You could basically, I mean, instantly gets ultied. They put all their magic damage on him. He died really fast.
Yes.
But yeah, if he's got like a BKB or something in that moment, it'd look okay. But they forced the fight a little too hard, so you can maybe blame OG's initiation in that circumstance. They can also Rosh with this. He's going to do the cheese, standing near Roshan, getting all the little clone spawns, and then this is going to end up forcing Liquid to react. That's
they know.
very good with Rosh.
They know they're in the pit. This is a bit risky, in my opinion. I guess when you've got this lone druid that just wants to push the entire time, it's not the worst idea, but you have to be so careful. In fact, though, if they get this pick off over on Insane, I'm sure you're pretty happy. They jumped in, and they get the kill on Seb. No Tail. Gotta just pop that ultimate here as he's just getting chunked away. They're not even gonna be able to finish his road. They go, they drop down that Wukongs, but Boxy, he's just so mobile. He can just run away. They get a steal off though over here on Soxa. Silence comes out. They'll be able to get the kill on Boxy now. They need to get back.
Is the ability.
Few bear the
I mean,
weight.
it should be theirs. Like that was decent for Liquid. They kill Alchemist. Not that he has much net worth, so it wasn't probably that great in this circumstance. But Roshan killed him. Excuse me. Okay, great for OG.
Has fallen to the Radiant.
Roshan killed Seb in that
right,
engagement actually.
okay.
So pretty good for OG then. They finish Rosh. They'll continue pressuring. Koifa's still farming pretty well. It's the net worth chart just looks like hard to realize anything anymore. It's all messed up because of Alch, but Right. Now mid pressure will come. Mid one should kill this
tower
pretty
is
quick
under
with his
attack.
clones.
Are scaling.
They will defend.
Foxy trying his best here just to clean up, dropping the sandstorm. Got some puck illusions that they're throwing out. They're just trying really hard to protect this tower.
Radiant's top tower is under
Very
attack.
important.
look
When
at
when that tower dies, they're just gonna be able to. Yeah, I know it's like
Oh dear.
power of alchemist. It's gonna look weird. I do like how Seb's transitioning it though. He built medallion after giving the Ags. Now he's queuing up blink dagger. I've tried blink and medallion before, and it works pretty good because it's gonna amplify your unstable concoction damage, and it helps make unstable concoction better. But there are some weaknesses, mainly that whenever you do want to stun, you have to wait like 4 seconds to go in. And against top teams, it's gonna be really difficult because a lot of times they will react or you'll miss your stun timing. But blink will definitely facilitate a lot. Looks like Prophet's dead over here though.
Yeah, it looks like he's just a little too far out here. He's gonna try to teleport. They don't really have anything to go and cancel it, so oh nope, never mind. They did. The just don't last quite long enough, so Insania falls.
That level 1 Sprout, only 3-second duration, but good by OG to have that's already sentryed and dewarded, sentry and warded that is. It's very common for Prophets to TP on that cliff there and to ward down, so kill. Moxie kind of interesting items too. We went Boots of Travel with Hood here. Kind of opting for the I'm gonna walk in and stun them method basically. Now he's going Eternal Shroud. So his whole goal here is to just get tanky and to stand and defend towers. Because if they fight into him, he's gonna start getting 20% lifesteal from his sandstorm damage, which is gonna give him, 25 to 30 HP per hero once he hits level 15 especially.
Well, he does kind of have to be that tanky person on the map right now, though. The bear and Lone Druid, they will tank up quite a bit, but it's going to be a little bit longer before that's happening. But I guess when you have so many initiators, right, that you can really afford to be doing that and don't have to worry about the blink.
Yeah, you can. So basically, OGU needs to take the tier 1 tower. The one downside of their lineup right now is that they very much have like a 1-core lineup because Alk is not going semi-carry, and Earth Spirit is not really going to transition as rapidly either. So if Liquid Death Ball's okay and gets relatively farmed, their damage is going to be a little bit more diversified, and therefore they just need to like deal with Monkey King at the start of the fight if possible. They don't have like the best chain stuns, but like Burrow Strike into Terrorize, for example, is a great way to like kill a core hero that has it. Monkey King doesn't have one just yet though, still working on it, but they want to take this tower.
They did pick up a blink over on the Alk now. Boxy showing himself. Actually has to be very, very careful. Throw down the stun. Burrow striking away. Slow down Boxy. They have the silence. Taiga though rearing up here does get the fear off, but not going to be enough because they still find that kill.
Doesn't quite get on time, and now the tower's almost for sure dead. Even without Alk in the area, he is playing with the team now with his Blink Dagger ready to go and a DD cover. One other cool thing about offlane Alk, you can get the potion from the Aghanim Shard. A nice Dispel will be really looking against like Bramble Maze or just amping up Monkey King when he ends up going high ground later on. So things looking okay for OG.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
The bear spotting everyone here.
If he got spotted there, he still had like 4 seconds till he got stunned, so it wasn't that dangerous.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Man, Rubik just loves Burrow Strike. It is such a good spell for him to steal.
Burrow Strike is like one of the best abilities in ability draft, meaning that it is like by its skill itself, by far one of the best abilities you can steal. Plus he gets cast range on it, and it does more damage. It's like the best ability to steal. Other than like Fissure maybe.
Well, Fissure's got changed around a little bit. It's still pretty gosh darn good.
They're both excellent.
Yeah. Definitely rivaling a little bit, but they do finally take down the mid tower while this is going on, so it opens up the map quite a bit here now for OG. Feels like we haven't seen Coif at all, right? He's just been busy farming, hasn't been showing up these engagements. He's got to hit a certain threshold.
It's going lots of minus armor this game, which will be pretty effective against most of the heroes on OG. The Monkey King's gonna have decent armor, obviously, but the rest of the heroes pretty vulnerable to minus armor. And it looks like they are finally looking to fight. They pop a smoke on the Liquid side, and they're moving over. Protect their tier 2.
Quite a few BKBs going to be delivered soon to the side of OG, but they're looking.
Boise Thompson
has fallen. Radiant's top tower is under
Tower goes
attack.
down. Gonna back off here. Feels like there. I can see the teleports are going up to the top lane now. Stania. Oh, and Stania, they always know where you are. They always see you. They're all forward. The stun. Now he's down, but maybe they can make something happen over here. Mid one, he does have the double damage, though. I don't think you want to fight into this. Especially, it's just very awkward positioning, although Boxy going around the other side. He's hoping maybe he can get the jump. Instead, they do spot out Thompson, so they'll go to use Stream Point, but he's got the BKB that's just finished, has just been delivered here. So this is not looking great for Mickey. Bill's coming out here, trying to buy enough time, but he's gonna go down.
Perfect stun there by mid one.
The tops perhaps go a bit too far, though. A lot of damage coming out from the side of Liquid. They'll take advantage of that dive. They'll kill him, but they'll find the kill on Boxy, and it looks like they'll take down Taiga too.
Well, that's a convincing fight win. That was basically Thompson rolling in, silencing on a couple important heroes. Sand King had to delay his initiation, and they put their opponents on the back foot. Like, Monkey King had already used his ulti, he'd already used his BKB, I believe, but it didn't matter at that point. Just getting straight forward for Liquid to be taken apart in these fights was not worth advantage.
Right, but they're on the bear forward here, trying to just get some of these creeps out of the way. But tower is, of course, just getting chonked down.
Dire's middle tower has fallen.
I think they'll respect it. They'll back off. Side of OG.
It feels like basically the reason OG is winning from my perspective is the fast ags on Monkey King gives them so much for being able to pressure towers here. Another kill can happen again.
Oh, insane. God, every time he shows, he's just always dead.
Yeah, he does get killed a lot. But basically, it gives them they gave them Roche capabilities that they wouldn't have had. You know, I'm just gonna stop talking. There's always fights.
There are indeed always fights happening. Waiting to there it is. Okay, well they'll try to fight here over onto mid one, but they do have the detection here, so Boxy will fall.
What's the
He's looking for more though. He's chasing after Taiga. Does have the Shadow Realm though. Looks like it's gonna be fine. Drops a couple more of those monkeys on his way, passing out.
No fights for a moment. Yeah, that's
the Robo just on the ground there. Is anybody gonna pick that up? They're just gonna litter? Hello? No tail?
Oh,
there we go. All right.
Trying to figure out who wants it. But yeah, that just really helped them accelerate the game. That Roche was insanely fast, obviously. His ability to solo take towers is huge, and not only does he have the clones, but they also deal an impressive amount of damage having the Maelstrom solutions. So putting these two items together is really like made mid one a much more formidable hero. But ultimately, winning the lanes was the key to it. That gave Seb more net worth than normal and helped him channel the Ags into the monkey faster. Like basically, mid one won his lane convincingly, and he got an Ags, and Seb won his lane also. Like either of those two lanes, I think had to go bad for OG for Liquid to have a much better game. But unfortunately, they like went slightly negative or weak in two of those lanes. And
I mean, the game's not over yet. Yeah, there's still a possibility here for Liquid. Purge is just nervous. He doesn't want to see the Alchemist win here.
I mean, I like I said, I think it's cool, but it's definitely kind of situational.
Well, I mean, OG is one of those teams that if anyone's going to make it happen, it's probably going to be them or Secret. But they'll go and they'll jump over onto Seb and isolate him from the rest of the team, take advantage of it.
There's their perfect initiative. Burrow strike into stable follow, basically. That was silence. But in the meantime, more towers dying. SNY's up on Monkey King now to reduce any disable that does affect him. Increases movement speed, all this good stuff. Regen. Just going Scotty next.
Oh, they spot out mid one. Immediately find the stun follow up though from Boxy as they go and they get the fade bolt off. Mid one with BKB chasing after the bear here. Wife just dragging it out. Taiga over on the back lines. They've already popped the BKB over onto Thompson. Boxy trying to find this opening here. Does have to be careful. Finds Burrow strike over onto mid one. They'll follow up with the Terrorize. They'll hold him into place with the Dream Coil. And they go through. No, mid one. He's too powerful. They get the kill on Taiga. They take down Boxy and Koifa Saksa. Coming in here. Mickey needs to be so careful. Does go backwards, but it doesn't matter. It's a triple kill.
Looked pretty darn good there for Liquid. They were able to waste Monkey King's ultimate. They reinitiated, but unfortunately the split from OG was just too effective. Watch Boxy. He's looking to line up at least two heroes here on the Burrow Strike. He only catches one. It looks bad for him. The Terrorize is perfect with the Dream Coil. It's going to break only on one of them, though. It ran out pretty quick, the Terrorize, on the Monkey King, and he ends up just having too much damage, and No Tail keeps him alive on the back line. The shields and heals.
God, that stolen waiting rift did so much too, coming out from Saksa.
balance is real good. A lot of these heroes.
It is, and it didn't just get, it got nerfed too, right?
It did. It does like 30 less damage. It's not that significant. Definitely matters a little bit, but
Techno silence, like you said, is very, very important. But yeah, look at this. Mid one's just a carousel over here in the Rosh pit. He's like using Roshan as a maypole. He just walks around, throws down another monkey, and will just get himself easy Aegis.
yeah, but like that's what's so strong about this. It basically turns him into an Ursa in terms of Roche taking capability, and he had it way earlier than normal, which means that Roche hasn't had time to get strong since, as you guys know, Roche gets stronger slowly over time as the game progresses. So if you increase your timing that you can pressure Roche, it completely changes things in terms of how much damage you're dealing and how much tempo you can set. So just allowed OG to hit this like crazy good timing, and since then, Alex buying just teamfight items. Going for Python, really like the choices.
Oh, it's a nice burrow strike opening up. Mid-K jumping forward. They get that foil, and they get the snap over on one. Going back in, though, and Sania's already got taken down by Thompson. He's not here for the smite, though. They've already used the Dream Coil. They've used the Terrorize, and they managed to get the stun off over onto Boxy. Buyback now coming out from Taiga. They're not really willing to give up this whole set of racks just yet on the side of Liquid. Come forward again.
Alive.
They're looking. They want to try to get the jump on mid one. Seb, though, jumping forward, stuns up the Dark Willow, but it's going to be fine. Nice burrow strike again. So Cross get as much damage as possible, but it seems very difficult to take down mid one here as he's got a lot of healing being thrown out. Maybe they can finally take down Seb here. The roll forward, though, coming out from Thompson. Looks like Seb's going to actually be able to walk away from this engagement. Back off.
Is under attack.
Such a good job covering each other. I'm very surprised Seb didn't die there, but definitely the big danger in Alk. Sometimes you just stun yourself, and then your opponents can punish you really heavily. OG's still playing together really well.
Going back in again, they'll find the kill on No Tail. They're trying to poke here. Mid one sitting in his ultimate. And there's going to be a root over here onto Thompson. Boxy getting into the vicinity here. Thompson's going to be able to roll on out, but mid one's just man fighting him. And Taiga does get taken down. The BKB over on mid one, helping to ensure that. It is just scrapped left and right. Thompson has a double damage. Boxy, though, going in, but over on the back lines, they've got the jump over onto Koifa. Can they finish off Thompson? No, he's got the cheese. He's going to go right back and get the kill on Boxy. Turn around over onto Seb. Koifa still alive. They're trying to man fight here with mid one. He does have that Aegis. Can they do it? Can they take him down once? Yes, they can. Can they do it a second time? Thompson, he's coming back in, still has a double damage on him. They've used a lot of their resources here, Purge. I'm not sure if they'll be able to do it again here. So they jump forward. Boxy looking for this opening. They get the stun off. They've got the epicenter, but he's stuck in the trees. He can't seem to get out. Koifa hoping that this bear is going to be able to do something. They do get the root up. Mickey still alive, trying to go and just click away. They've got the essence ring. Can they take down this monkey? It's looking like they will.
Huge.
What a hole. Thompson now running for his life. No longer has the double damage. Already used the cheese. Rolling on out. And it looks like they're going to let him walk away this time.
Very scared for Koifa there. Had to keep his bear alive because if it died there, he'd be no bear for 60 seconds, as good as dead. But balances things really well. And basically what happened was OG disengages, but they had people TP and show on the bot tier 2. And as a result, Liquid moved into an area that they had some vision in, and they were able to force a fight and take this like segmented 5v2, 5v3, getting some kills. They're still really far behind in net worth, 16k, but it does show that they can control the Monkey King. Even Sprout was really helpful there at dealing with Monkey King and preventing him from getting some crucial kills.
All right, well, Seb back up on the map. He's got his eyes on yet another Agnum section. Factory is open, but Mickey and Taiga don't really want that factory to be opened just yet. Can they get enough damage off on Seb, though? Yes, they can, because they'll follow up here with Boxy, and they go to use that whip on himself. Seb trying to run away. It's not looking good for him as Mickey comes in hot, gets the kill. Thompson over here on the side. He is smoked up, but he doesn't want to deal with what they have.
Took some doing, but they got him. Pipe definitely giving him some tankiness, but big gold pickup there for Mickey now. 400 gold towards him. Everyone's happy. Taiga's almost got Ags himself, 600 gold away from that. Ceremonial Robe will be excellent against the enemy squad to lower the magic resistance that they have. There's quite a bit of magic coming from Liquid side, so that'll be great. And Lone Druid's almost got an AC picked up and grabs an Orb of Destruction. Perfect item for Lone Druid when he's got Deso and AC on the way. He's going to be really happy finding him.
A little bit of tree time here in the top lane. Mid one and Insania just kind of dodging each other off of the side.
Okay. It's out fine. Picks up a Maelstrom. He's going phase shift, right click stuff. because of his their one core lineup. They don't want to just be one core, so he's getting this hybrid right click, which will be effective. He's also queuing up Gleipnir too. Very interesting for Puck.
Ooh, mid one pop of the BKB knows that Taiga doesn't have that Shadow Realm available anymore, so they'll get a nice pick off, and they get a nice steal with the Cursed Crown.
Okay. Going Primal Spring damage. They'll split pushing across the map. These Greater Treants, not quite the terrors they were. Second, like 40% slower now, so it just isn't quite the same. But
something had to be done, though. They were ridiculous.
Something
Oh, Insania.
needed to be done.
Oh, this tree peekaboo they got going on. Although, maybe? No, not with Cursed Crown there, too.
Tried his best, tried to break the trees, didn't get it. Did buy out before he died, so doesn't lose it. But yeah, mid one just doing a great job pressuring the map. Like, you reads his opponents. Saw the tree spawn, so he's like, I know he's going to be over here somewhere. Ends up running into him, and that could give OG a little moment of pressure. It's a little hard for him to get grabbed, so again, Alchemist in this moment is not as safe as a lot of other heroes, but this could work.
Yeah, the setup from Sox, and with the Glimmer Cape, they should be able to go get the kill onto Mickey. BKB getting popped here on Thompson. Yeah, that's gonna move it up for a moment, though. Mid one waiting patiently over here. He'll go, he'll drop his ultimate. They need to go and drag them out, and they're not gonna be able to box it. He is gonna go down.
Get the bear out at least, but this is looking rough all of a sudden. Big triple stun with Sox's instant lift into the rolling thunder into the stun. Worked out. Now they're taking second set of racks probably.
Yeah, they're just ripping down these buildings, and it looks like they're on the hunt. The roll forward yet again. Mickey, that'll buy himself some time, but the stun follow-up from mid one is almost perfect every single time. Dreamco gets off. Mickey, is he gonna make it out? He has the Essence Ring. He's gonna be fine. They go. They're gonna try to see if they get the snap. They get the snap off. Over on several here, but Taiga, he's not looking too healthy. Koifa also having to run. They'll get stabbed. Taiga also goes down. Can they get anything else with it? Wrath of Nature popping off here.
They definitely don't want to force anything if they don't have to right now. They're still down 2 heroes. A lot of team fight control. I mean, I think it's just a second rack, so no problem for OG. We'll see if they go for a third one. I assume they'll slow things down at the moment.
Oh no, mid one's looking. It felt like he was considering if anybody came close enough there, he was ready to dive back on in again.
Yeah. I think the big difference maker now is that mid one's picked up his Eye of Scotty now, so he's getting a huge slow against the Lone Druid Bear. The Bear felt a lot less mobile in that last fight. His net worth is insane. 25,000 net worth here. It's not like, keep in mind, 4K of this was only out, so he's just been playing really good ever since getting this net worth advantage. Being able to artificially, effectively inflate his net worth is just giving him so much control over the game. Yeah, players are going to be able to abuse this.
Well, it works out so well, right? The fact that, you know, we talked about how both the lanes went very well for mid one and also went well for Seb. And then he is playing this hero that is just super aggressive pretty early on. Mid one also just loves to play aggressive. So I just felt like the stars aligned for this particular draft so far. Again, not saying that it's over by any means. It's definitely hard for Liquid right now, but I've seen them do a thing or two where they've surprised everybody.
First Breath build is pretty Thompson. We'll talk about
that hurt. Oh, but the immediate fight over here onto Foxy is just absolutely eradicated so quickly. Didn't feel so over here onto Seb. Thompson does have that BKB. It's over those. Taiga is forced to go, push them away. Seb getting chased after here by Koifa. He's got the bear. Koifa trying to get a little bit of space here with a follow-up with a nice stun. They go and they use the Dream Coil. They snap it. The stolen Dream Coil snap looks so darn good here as Koifa. He's taking so much harass here from Thompson. Sorry, Koifa is trying to run away. Oh no, mid one jumps onto the trees. He's gonna jump right back down again, and down goes Koifa.
Really hard for Liquid to fight when Sand King is the guy that gets gone on. If he doesn't get his Sandstorm down, good luck. But they keep doing these instant lifts. Sox are jumping in, lifting him. They have disable follow-up consistently, and it's making it way too hard for him to survive. If he's playing maybe a tankier hero, this is a little different, but it's either got to initiate or not get initiated on.
God, did you see the way that Midwin was hunting Mickey there? That was very scary. The way that Soxa and Thompson are also just lining up all of these initiations is absolute. It is so hard for Boxing because it's so important for him. Although they do manage to jump here onto the Alchemist, but look at this, Midpoint is going to be able to follow up here. There's a bit of damage coming out from Boxing, but not nearly enough. So Taiga goes down. They've got Dust. Boxy off in the corner, doesn't quite manage to land it. Got to be feeling very spoopy right now. We get the Abyssal Blade picked up now for Thompson. This is going to be the last set of buildings here. The left from Saksa. He's got the stolen dream coil. Puck trying to just buy a little bit more time. He's right on the edge here. He's going to go try to hide. Not going to be able to land those stuns this time around, although Thompson, he was looking for it. He was hoping he could grab it. Look back to reinitiate here. They don't have the Dark Willow for another 17 seconds. Foxy doesn't have that ultimate either. No epicenter available. Try to push back mid-1 here. Managed to do a little bit, but they have to be so incredibly careful the way that they approach this. Initiation here coming out from Box. He's got the spider leg, but there it is. There's that Abyssal Blade we talked about. They immediately lift up and they'll take out Foxy. No buyback on the Sand King. It's a really nice Dream Coil. They did manage to get the snap off with the Terrorize. They'll be able to take down Thompson. Mid-1 though, he's still perfectly fine here. As he goes, he drops the ultimate Koifa. He's totally alone. He doesn't have anybody else over in this corner just yet, but Boxy coming right back in again. Bizak has the spider legs. They'll jump over onto back lines and followed out Sox. They'll be able to get the kill on the Ribbit. Who else can they grab? It's looking like No Tail also next to Fall. Can they grab anyone else? Look at Mika. He's hunting. He wants stuff. They don't see him at the tree line though. He's gonna be able to blink up and go and teleport away. Oh, Bear, does it spot him? No, he doesn't.
Dire are scanning.
Okay, I mean, they did get Megas, but they got some return kills, so a little time on the map. They can take Roche with this at least, and Insania's going to pressure the tier 2s. That opens up Shrines. They can probably backdoor to mid-tier 1, so this is a decent moment for them, despite the fact that they've been Mega creeped here. Yeah, the Refresher Shard, no Ags for them, unfortunately, but could be good. They're buying back. They want to contest it.
They have a double damage on Monkey King too. And Insania throwing out the sprouts a little late. They know that he's over there though. They'll drop the Bramble Maze. There's one waiting patiently, has a Glimmer Cape down. They do have a sentry. They spot out Taiga almost immediately though with the stun. They'll take down the Dark Willow. This is not looking great for Fox. He's got his own dust though. Spider legs coming out. They'll turn back around. Can they get the kill over here onto Saxas? There is a fight going on the other side of the pit. So yes, they'll take down Saxas. Insania was getting jumped out over here by Seb, but they have so many trees. They're just going to hold them all into place. This is not looking good for the out. He is going to go down, and Rush Shot not going to help. They fall with a beautiful Burrow Strike. Mid-1, he's got the BKB. He's trying to man, but he can't do it. He's dead. And this push belongs to Liquid.
I get that they don't want to give us the enemy team, but this is a dieback for Stoxa here. They ended up killing the Monkey King to get some net worth relief here. And yeah, they do have to deal with mega creeps, but I mean, Insania can summon 2 of his own every 8 seconds. So I mean, maybe it's not that bad. They're having some push issues. Taiga trying to slow things down top, but he is not the best split pusher. They're definitely having some struggles here. Game's not over.
The game is never over when you're playing against Liquid. Let's be really honest here, Purge.
True.
That's why they're such a fun team to watch. Like, both of these teams are just excellent teams to watch.
Maelstrom's up on Insania as well, getting close to Mjolnir, so that'll give him a lot of ability to split push side lanes. Downside, obviously, is he actually has to commit his hero to it. And Sand King also really good at split pushing side lanes, so they definitely have some lane pushers here. Oh, I love the Refresher Shard on Quake Close. Excellent.
I mean, BSJ has said this the entire DPC. He felt like this is the meta where you have to have lane shove. And if you don't have lane shove, you're in a lot of trouble.
Certainly is the case when mega creeps are on the map as well. You're definitely right about that. All right, they're pressuring the lane. Lanes are pretty pushed up.
Bonk, bonk goes the bear here.
Got an Ags just now, I think. Oh, they gave it to No Tail. Okay, Ags from Seb towards No Tail. He can turn on his ulti. He's just going to start power healing his whole team. Every time they take 525 damage, they get a miscoil. He also got the miscoil talent, so yeah, if they take 500 damage, they get healed for 300. That's pretty good.
His excellence is going to allow them to survive longer in these fights. 10k net worth lead at about 38 minutes or so into the game. A lot of action this time. Enjoying the smoke coming out from the side of Liquid. Standing up in the tree. The opening to be able to go. They jump over onto top. He's fairly tanky though, but the immediate follow-up here coming out from OG. This big one leaps on in, finds the opening. They'll go, they'll take down that Aegis over on the back lines though. You can see that this is not looking great from Koifa. He's trying to just get away the bear, going and just sending out the fear. Jump forward again, coming out from Boxes. He lands over onto 3 Thompson though with the kickback over onto Koifa. They'll follow up. Can they take down the Sand King? They're jumping after Insania as well. As he goes, he throws up the trees. Is it going to be enough though? No, he's going to fall. Now Boxy's just left behind. Nice terrorize though coming out from Taiga. They'll find the kill onto Thompson. No Tail. He's now all alone, and there's so many dangerous things in these woods you don't want to have to deal with. He also will fall.
That's pretty big. 3 dead heroes, no buyback. They bought back on Taiga, but other than that, it was just Aegis on Puck that got burned at the start of the fight, so they got to push out lanes again. Certainly going to cause them some issues here, but not looking too bad.
I mean, they did end up having to use the cheese over on Boxy, but I mean, he's so integral to this part. Like, you can't have a fight without him. And he's very important being able to shut out the lanes as well.
4 items, almost Abyssal Blade on the Lone Druid too. All the bounties except for 1 going to the Dire side as well, so it's not going to accelerate step quite as this is the fast. This is one of the downsides as well to Elk, is like once you start losing map control, your items just don't come nearly as fast. If you have net worth advantage, you keep getting all the bounty runes, like you just get free massive items to your team. But with Liquid winning these fights like this game can absolutely be won by them. They're only at a 10k disadvantage the last 3 fights. It's just given them a lot of net worth that they can use to push out waves and win these engagements against the solo core lineup. Like Thompson just can't do as much as a core Earth Spirit. He's bought these like fighting skills and items. He's got Abyssal Blade for himself here, which is great for trying to lock down the important heroes to burst on like Puck with chain stuns. But if they keep those heroes alive, it's a little hard for OG to win once if they don't all get engaged in the Monkey King ulti.
Well, I mean, our observers were showing us the probability win rate. It only said 6%. Oh, 5% now for the Dire. But Liquid is one of those teams, to steal a favorite phrase of mine, never tell me the odds. Because
I think it's higher than 5, honestly. I think it's got to be higher than 5. I'd say like 10 or 15 at least.
Really?
Like,
all right.
Like I would have said 5, like, I don't know, before the last fight, personally. But these are top tier teams. They're going to deal with mega creeps better. They're likely to make less mistakes. I don't know. I'd say it's higher than 5. They just need to win like 8 more fights and the game's over. You know, that's it.
Hey, I mean, let's be fair, Purge.
Like
Whenever you and I are casting, we get the plus 60-minute games. This is entirely possible.
It is. It's a good one for the record books.
And
I personally, I hope Liquid wins. That way I can just say offlane Alk is still bad. That's all I care about. Obviously, the reason they're going to lose is it's been really effective this game.
Now, I do like the fact that Rubik has... Oh, hold on, Box. He's spotting now. They spy mid one immediately. I'm not sure they necessarily want to take the spy, though. They go and they use that just immediate. No, hold on just a little bit longer, Mickey. No, getting lifted up. This is not looking good for the pockets. He is going to go down. KB getting burned here on mid one. Koifa's bear goes down. He is now the loneliest of druids. They follow up. Buyback coming out now from the puck. Koifa, he's just stuck between a rock and a hard place. Oh, no, he goes down. Taiga's getting silenced up over onto the back lines. He's trying to break some ankles here. Can he find the opening? No, he's still in the Shadow Realm. They're spending a lot of time trying to take down this. Oh, but they follow up with a beautiful empty center and a burrow trick, but they just need more than that. Foxy trying to buy a bit more time. No, down he goes. Mickey over on the side. Now it's not looking great for Insania. They roll forward. They go. They take him down. And I guess Dota Plus is correct because it was an uphill battle and it's not going to go the way of Liquid. It is going to go the way of OG.
All right, well, congrats to them. Got a little parry at the end, but I'm sure they still felt confident. Liquid fighting back really well the last couple engagements, but OG showing how the strat works.